Today's video is all about the psychology of the no contact rule on your ex. If you think going no contact after your breakup is going to be the most painful thing that you're going to endure, I would actually agree with you. But don't worry, because going no contact is going to help restore your ex's confidence in the relationship and also re-attract them in the process. And at this very moment, right now, you're the one that's doing the pursuing. And the reason for this is because your ex has the control. And because they decided to leave you, they have the leverage, they have the control. And unfortunately, what this does is it allows them to take you for granted.
And the breakup has left your heart shattered. I mean, all the sleepless nights are just driving you insane. You're having a hard time eating. You're just forcing back tears every second, every day. And those emotions are driving you to do desperate things. And this makes your ex take you for granted even further. And this is when they start becoming cold and heartless towards you.
So if you want your ex to stop taking you for granted, you need to go no contact and disappear. They can't see your value where you are right now. How can you stay on your ex's mind if you're always in their face? Because what that absence would do, they'll see that you're not desperate. They see that you value your self-respect. They'll see that you're not pining over them anymore. They'll see that you put yourself on a pedestal now. They'll start to feel helpless and they'll start to feel that you're gone for good, because now the dynamic is starting to be flipped on its head to where you have the control. You're taking the reins. You're creating your own destiny in this. And now they don't have that control as much as they did. And they'll feel that you're gone for good, and it scares them.
You know, and that's exactly why the no contact rule is so powerful, because of the fear that it brings to your ex. They know exactly where you stand, and they know that you want them back, and that you are like desperate and you're hurt inside. They know they pretty much have you wrapped around their finger, and they know that you'll do anything you possibly can to get them back. And that alone is an attraction killer. Attraction is all about uncertainty.
We say that in every video. We say attraction is created by uncertainty and doubt, mystery, curiosity, and that tension. That's the foundation of it all. That's what no contact is about.
And so in order to get them attracted to you again, you need to give them that fear of life without you in it. Fear is the biggest motivator there is.
Absolutely.
I mean, just think about the time that you were scared of something. You probably acted in a strange way. Yeah, I remember seeing that movie with Fred Savage back in the day, Monsters, where there's where they go underneath the bed, they pop up underneath the bed and go to a whole new dimensional world or whatnot. Ever since I've seen that, even as a grown man, when I get out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, I still have that thought of a monster under my bed. I'm not scared. I'm not running to my mom's room like I was when I was a kid, but it's just you still have that fear in you, that thought, something bad happening,
They need to experience a life without you, because when you're pushing and pleading and prodding to get them back, and you're really selling yourself short and begging, you're solidifying their decision. They're content with that. You're not, because you're still leading with fear, because you can't live without them. And I understand, I've experienced that myself many times, that you don't want to live a life without them, especially because you wanted to build a future with this person. You have an entire life, an entire identity shaped around them. And now they remove that from you. They don't feel what you feel right now. But by you disappearing, you're going to spark that. You're going to ignite that feeling of fear to see what it's like to live without you.
So you almost want them to have that FOMO, which means the fear of missing out. You want them to fear that they're losing you for good, like you're out of their life. Like they're never going to see you again. You moved on, you have a new life, you have a new family being started, whatever the case may be. You want them to have that fear they're missing you, that it's over, that they made a bad decision, that what they did was wrong. You want them to realize that breaking up with you was the biggest mistake they ever done.
And that fear of losing your ex is consuming you. And going no contact, you're probably afraid of doing that, because now you're taking on the perception of, I don't want to be without my ex. How am I going to just totally move on and let go and not contact them anymore? But you have to understand that nothing good comes from fear, because fear is the opposite of love. And I know because of the breakup, you have this heavy feeling on your chest. It's like someone's holding you down, this pain in your chest. And it gets worse every time you think about the breakup and thinking about living a life without your ex. But you have to be strong during this. You have to be strong. And I know you're strong. We know you're strong. You're actually stronger than you think you are. I know you don't feel 100% right now. Every laugh is half-hearted. All of the food that you eat, it's like half the flavor. Every color that you see is muted. Everything is different right now. But it's time to shift the focus from your ex to the person who matters the most, and that's you. Now is the time to focus on healing. Now is the time to focus on self-care. You need clarity right now to be able to see where you went wrong in the relationship, because a lot of us, we do contribute to what led up to the breakup. We do have our flaws, that we made our mistakes that contributed to the end of the relationship. There is blame with you. And now it's the time to hold yourself accountable. But it's time to focus on healing and moving forward without them. You have to place the spotlight on you to recover from this. Because if you don't change and if you don't work on yourself, if you don't heal, your ex does not want to come back to the same relationship that ended, because they know how that story ended. Because you have to become a better person. If your ex is going to become reattracted to you, then you cannot be the same person who you were that left. And the only way to do that is through
self-improvement. You have to become the best version of yourself out there, guys. No one wants to miss out on a good thing, especially when they already had it. They don't want to lose something and come to find out they're even better now without them. They want to enjoy that person in their life and grow with them. They want to grow successfully with that person. Nobody wants to break up with somebody. Everybody after a breakup, they would feel 10 times more comfortable if you were just hurt and you just kind of, you sunk in life, as opposed to pass them up and be more successful in life. Nobody wants to eat at an empty restaurant. I don't care how good the food is. If you go to a restaurant and it's just completely dead and just quiet and nobody in there, and it's like a ghost town with only one server going in and out. It just doesn't really seem the same, as opposed to having like a nice ambience and the piano in the corner of the room. It's just not the same.
There's a place here in Metro Detroit. I don't want to say the name of the restaurant, but it's a sushi restaurant. And the sushi is just okay, and it's actually overpriced, but it's the most trendiest sushi place in the area. And it's always a wait. It's always a sexy atmosphere, and it's always packed. The drinks are, to me, the best part of the place, but the sushi is just okay. But everybody wants to go there because that's the hot place to be.
Only fake it until you make it for so long. You really got to put the effort in. You really have to try. You really have to want to be more successful and be a better, positive person. Now it's time for you to actually love yourself more than you love them, because a lot of the time, that's where the relationship goes south. You need to love yourself more than you love anybody else. And this means taking care of your overall health, you guys. You guys need to start eating healthier. You are what you eat. If you're gonna eat all this, this trash, and you're gonna feel and start looking like trash. Go to the gym. Get that body looking right. A lot of people have insecurities about their body. You know what? Why not just hit the gym and fix it?
Because your insecurities may have played a part in the breakup. Insecurities are very repelling type of energy, and that may have caused your ex to leave you, because insecurity is not sexy. So if that is the case, now is the time to work on it.
Start to travel more, you guys. Go somewhere and just kind of open up your mind. Check out a new atmosphere. Do something different, Every time, I travel every so often. When I do, it's like when I leave the country and I come back, it's like you look at life completely different. A lot of you guys, after a breakup, you guys really need to understand how lucky you are, the lifestyle that you live. Even if it's not that spectacular, guys, there's so many people out there that have worse problems than you do. There's people out there that struggle 10 times harder than you do, and you just gotta appreciate who you are and the life that you live.
Maybe now's the time to get a makeover. Go see a stylist to be able to point out a couple of things that could raise the level of attractiveness in you. Because attractiveness and seduction, that does play a part in breakups. Because if you're appealing to the eye, and not just to the eye, but an overall package, your ex is going to take a liking to that, especially if you were just a regular average Joe or average Jane out there who really didn't put importance on their appearance, on their wardrobe. But now if you see your ex and maybe you have kids together and you're wearing a fragrance, you're wearing new shoes, and nice shoes at that, your pants are ironed, or now women out there, you're wearing a skirt, or you're wearing a dress, and you're wearing lipstick now where maybe before you didn't, that's going to raise the level of interest in your ex and really pique their attention to where they're going to notice that, because it's a stark difference from who you were before.
So all you guys that are going through no contact right now, go ahead and leave a comment down below and kind of let us know what it is that you're doing to actually improve yourself, to make yourself a better person. You're going to the gym, or you're trying to eat more healthier. Like what are your goals during no contact? So then you get to a point where you start to really feel different. You start to look at life completely different. You feel better about yourself. Your ex is starting to pay more attention to you because they're starting to miss you. And then they start getting that what we were talking about earlier, that fear of missing out. Now you're a better person. You're on top of your A game. You're doing good in life. You're getting more successful, and you're just getting better and better. And now they have that fear of missing out, which is only making them feel worse and worse. They're regretting their decision. They feel like what they did was wrong. What they're doing in life is wrong, because now you're moving up and they're just right here, the same spot, the same old person they used to be.
And we always say the breakup is needed, because some things may break your heart but correct your vision. And you putting in the work will allow that to happen. And in your ex's eyes, when they left, there was a certainty to it, because they were silent in their decision. And by you doing a lot of the desperate, needy behavior, you're just solidifying and validating their opinion and their decision to leave you. But going no contact allows them to confront their decision again. And by you disappearing and going no contact, it creates a void in your ex. And before you over pursuing, looking at their socials, doing drive-bys, and now it's silence. You've interrupted the pattern of them being comfortable in their decision. And now a void is here because breakups are a dance and it takes two to tango. Your ex has to experience the same stages of a breakup that you've experienced. And now that void that they're experiencing is now being filled by doubt and uncertainty of their decision. Because now they're coming from a point of, maybe I was a little too pushy. Maybe I was a little too rushed with that. We were having a lot of arguments and I was going through a rough patch and maybe I treated them a little harsh. Maybe I was a little bit too much and too angry and too forceful about things. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I was too harsh. I'm thinking about them a lot now. They were really a good person. I really kind of treated them badly.
They start freaking out and just kind of thinking about you. Like, what are they doing? Like, where are they at? And, they unblock you on social media now so they can actually check out your page to see exactly what you're doing. If you've been posting stuff, who are you with? Who's this new person you're dating now? Do they still live in the same house, the same job? Or what's new? What are they doing? What are they up to? I just have to see this person.
They remember the perfume and the cologne that you wear. They hear a song on the radio that makes them think about you. They see a funny meme on Instagram and they think of you and they want to reach out to you, but they can't because they broke up with you. And that's when they decide to reach out to you because the fear and the anxiety that you're feeling is now on them and you have moved on and your absence has created this void. And because of that, they're seeing you in a different light. But that can only happen if you finally make that leap and go no contact.
And that's why you guys need to watch this video over here to the left, where we talk about walking away from somebody you love, the benefits behind it, the power behind it, and we walk you through exactly what it takes to actually get them back.
So click that video to the left and we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.